So in this video I'll be explaining octane ratings and why they have different ratings, which kind of fuel your car is supposed to use. So an octane rating is just a measurement of the knock resistance of a fuel. So what does that mean? Well, in spark ignition engines, you're going to compress the air that comes into the engine a certain ratio. Now, once the piston has reached the point which you've set your spark to go off, then your spark will ignite the air within the piston. So you'll compress all that air, and then you'll send a spark into the air-fuel mixture, and then that'll push the piston back down. Well, engine knock, so when you have this piston pushing up, if the temperature of this air-fuel mixture gets too high, the fuel's going to combust on its own. So when you have higher compression ratios, you can actually combust the fuel without the use of a spark. That's actually what diesel engines use for their ignition. They just use the compression because they're at much higher compression ratios, so the temperature of that air in there is going to be much higher, and it's just going to combust the fuel on its own. Well, in a spark ignition engine, you do not want that. So when you have cars with higher compression ratios, say 10:1 and up, you're going to want to use premium fuels with higher octane ratings so that you won't have to worry about engine knock. If you have this ignition happen before the piston has reached top dead center, then it's going to push down on it before it's completed it, and it's going to completely screw up your engine cycle and can cause major problems. So, and another thing to note is that the octane rating will change with altitude. So, and that's due to the atmospheric pressure lowering as you go to different altitudes. So as you increase your altitude, if you're driving, say, in a mountain, the fuel that you have is actually going to act like a higher octane than it really is. Say it's an 83, it may act like an 85 or an 86 octane. So that's just one thing to note. And also, this rating is out of 100, 100 being the max. So it's just a preventative way of making sure that you do not have engine knock. So whatever your manufacturer suggests you to use in your car, don't not listen to them. I mean, it's actually pretty important to use the correct fuel to prevent engine knock, and you could have major problems if that were to occur.